Facebook's changing their algorithm and everyone's following after. They're really looking for deep content that's engaging to your audience, that things that people want to see and read and click on and learn more about and post kind of long form content back to you. Hey guys, and welcome to this week's episode of Social Marketing. My name's Eric Hammond of the Orange Stack, and this week we're talking really about posting things of value, right? Content that people want to engage in. I think the old adage was to just post. Hopefully something resonates with somebody. There's a lot going on. Let me just keep putting stuff out there so that I can stand out and people can see me. That's not going to work anymore, guys. Facebook's changing their algorithm and everyone's following after. They're really looking for deep content that's engaging to your audience, that things that people want to see and read and click on and learn more about and post kind of long form content back to you rather than, yeah, that's awesome, or short bits of information or just a thumbs up. You need more than that. You need people's responses, kind of like a blog going back and forth or forums, right? So you've got to find something of value that your clients want to hear about so that you can keep telling them and talking to them and providing value so that they keep coming back and wanting to talk to you. So last week we talked about really the brand versus the person, and you guys are all human beings, you're people, you have different ways of doing things, and you're unique, and that's what really attracts your clients to you. And so today we're going to talk about things that you can share of value to help gain more followers, get more interaction, get people to engage with you and talk and listen, right? But the problem is everybody just goes to default mode and they send out their new listings. They send out their just solds, their new listings, their open houses, just pictures of houses with 4 bedrooms, 2 baths, this price, this many days on market, whatever it is. It's never you. Or else if you do have something else, it's just a copy of somebody else's blog or somebody else's article, which is still good stuff because people are reading. But they want to see you. You're the reason that they're following you. They're not following a brand like we talked about last time. They're following you. And it needs to be something that they want to hear about. So pull out your iPhone, get out your laptop, get some camera and start recording something. Start posting something that's going to be interesting to people. And that's what we're going to talk about today is what do I post, right? Like how do I get this interaction? How do I find things that people actually want to hear and learn about? We do a lot of research around here. We create probably 4 of these type of episodic content pieces a week. There's a lot of content coming through here. But it's good because it helps me learn and it helps you guys digest this content in little bite-sized pieces that you will. This video series that we're in right now is actually an article written by BombBomb, which is really a great place to get a lot of good content. They're an awesome tool. We used to use them in our real estate team for videos. But what I've done is I've broken this down into 11 pieces so that you guys can have digestible content, that you guys can learn how to build up your social media platform and communicate with your audience. So I'm giving engaging value to you guys, and you guys are able to suck it up and do something with it. Hopefully you're able to do the same thing with your clients. So one of the things that I recommend is really getting a notepad and saying, what are the top 10 questions that I get all the time? Or maybe if you don't get that many questions, what are the top 10 questions that I should be answering for my clients? Because they don't even know what they don't know, right? If you're working with first-time home buyers, they don't know what they don't know. They don't know what's next. They don't know what's coming. They don't know what's going to be around the corner that they're not ready for. And maybe you work with, second, third-time home buyers, so they kind of got that process down. But it's still been a long time probably since they've closed on a transaction. Like I said earlier, most people buy a home every 10 years. So it's not a normal thing for them to do. Getting gas, however, is normal. You don't need to tell somebody how to get gas and how to pump gas because they probably do it 2 or 3 times a week depending on their commute. But buying a home is something that's unique and it changes all the time and things are happening. It's a big process. There's a lot of moving pieces, a lot of money involved. It can be a scary situation for most people. So get out your yellow notepad or your iPhone or wherever you take notes and think about what are the top 10 questions that you've had this month. Or maybe what are the last 10 questions that you've got. And that's a good starting point, right? So take those 10 questions, go record 10 separate pieces of content. And maybe you're not comfortable in front of the video, but get comfortable in front of the video. But if you're not, go type these 10 questions. Go record the audio version of these 10 questions on like Anchor or something like that and get it out there. The point is to answer the questions that your clients are already asking and then posing it in a way that they're going to search for these things and find you, right? So if they're evergreen kind of content, not like what's the interest rate today, but how do I qualify for a loan? Or how much money do I need to be able to purchase my first property? Like, you can answer these type of questions. These are super specific to financing, ironically, but you can answer these type of questions and they're going to be relevant for months, if not years. And you can put this content on YouTube, you can put it on Facebook, Instagram, wherever your videos reside or wherever your content resides, and it can be searched so that later, 6 months down the road, somebody's buying their first house and they say, how much money do I need for a down payment? You're there with your smiling face and you can answer that question. So that's the point, is go find the 10 questions that people probably search for the most. And if you don't know, go buy a real estate book from Amazon, or if there's a bookstore still open near you, go look and see what the 10 chapters are about in that book that people want to know about when buying a house. The author probably did all the homework for you. Go answer these questions in your own way, using examples from your real life experience, and be able to communicate with your audience in that way. And because of this, if you have this great comment about how much money you need for a down payment, or the different type of loan programs that are available, or how to qualify for FHA, whatever it may be, people are going to respond and say, I didn't know that, tell me more about this, or what do you mean by that, right? Give them some value. Keep this content to like 2 or 3 minutes max, so that it's just short, digestible pieces of content that they want to hear. Again, break up all the 10 questions into 10 separate pieces that you can send out over time. You know, maybe you pan it out over a month, however long it turns out to be. But share this stuff, get interaction, and then it's going to give you more content to go back on. So if somebody says, hey, I don't understand what you mean by this thing on that comment that you made, now I can go deeper on that and make more posts, and it's just going to be this evolving process of you creating more stuff. So go start with your 10, and then that's going to generate more and more and more, and now you're going to have a rinse and repeat process, right? Where you guys can just keep creating more and more content based on that. That becomes your newsletter that you send out to your clients, whatever it may be, but bring value. Bring something that your clients want to learn about. If you speak mostly to buyers, make it about the buyers. If you speak and work with mostly sellers, make it about them. If you work with both, have 10 of each, right? Like, speak to your clients. That's the whole goal here. Help them understand that you know what you're talking about, that you're the expert, and that when they do have questions and need advice answered, you're the person to come and talk to. My name's Eric Hammond. I really appreciate you watching this video every single week. If you haven't subscribed to our newsletter, be sure to click below, right here, wherever it is that we put it, and subscribe to our newsletter. And join us each week as we provide awesome tips and strategies on how to use social media in your business. We'll see you next time.